Canada, you bet. Yes, I just watched the opening ceremonies on television. This is Nikki singing, and she also did the national anthem. Of course, the day started off with the really sad news. That's why I'm not wearing my Canada tie right now. I'm wearing a black tie out of respect for the country of Georgia, who lost their luge guy. And I watched that on TV, and it was a pretty violent accident. Sad, sad, sad. Okay, here's my opinions on the Olympic Games, or, well, the opening ceremonies, of course. Well, Nikki singing the national anthem, it was slow. It was a different version. I think she did a good job. And I know people said they wanted to sing along, but it was kind of different pace. But it was still good. I thought that part of it was good. Well, you know, people complained about the cameras and there were going to be no flash photography. Well, I watched it on television. I can tell you, flashes were going off all over the place. So either they were kicking a lot of people out or just nobody paid attention to it. Hope everyone got their cameras inside because that was an issue. When Georgia walked in, I was expecting this big cheer or something, but on television it came across quiet. And even when Team Canada walked in, you know, you could tell people were cheering, but it sounded like that polite applause. I mean, maybe it was different there live and in person, but on television it was kind of dull, a bit dull. Now, people were picking which bands were going to be playing. I was disappointed by the lack of people not there, but of course Nelly Furtado was there with Bryan Adams. Sarah McLachlan did a song. Donald Sutherland was good. He was in the background doing narration on a lot of video clips and stuff. Ashley McIsaac was there playing the fiddle. He's from Cape Breton. That's right, 20 miles away from where I grew up. That's where Ashley's from, so that was kind of cool to have him in there. Oh yeah, so Katie Lang did a song. She's a little cowboyish, but she has a good voice. Give her that much. Oh, the part I thought was the best was this guy from the Northwest Territories who kind of did a poem, but in a kind of rap style, about Canada. And gave me a lump in the throat, because that was the best part. That was what I really liked. That came across really well. It was straight and to the point, and all that kind of stuff. Oh, and of course, the big moment, the torch. Everyone wanted to know the torch, what happened. Of course, Rick Hansen came in with the torch. He handed it off to Katrina LeMaidon. Steve Nash was next in line. Nobody guessed about Steve Nash. I didn't even think of Steve Nash. Good choice. It was a good choice. And then, of course, Nancy Green took it again and then handed it to Wayne Gretzky, the final guy. You know, having 5 people light the flame, it was a little different. And of course, it didn't work. Something screwed up, so that was too bad. 2 of these people, from what I heard, already carried the torch, so I didn't know people could carry it in their hometown and then take it and do it again. That might be a new thing. And then, of course, the big thing was Wayne took the torch at a BC place, ran it down the street. Well, he was on top of a truck, of course, and then lit it at the main BC place or wherever. Anyway, that was a while. But Wayne got to carry that torch for 15 solid minutes. No one else has ever done that in Olympic history, probably, where they got to take the torch all through town and everyone followed it. And no one was expecting that because the streets were empty and it brought in a lot of people cheering. So anyway, that was my synopsis of the games. You know, I thought the TV coverage was good, but because you can't hear the fans or people in the stands, it kind of gives it a little bit of a polite, dull type of stuff. So it could have been better, and it could have been more performers like Celine or Shania. That's what I was expecting. Maybe they'll be at the closing ceremonies. Who knows? Anyway, that's kind of how it went, and now it's all over. It wasn't a good day with the luge thing happening, and of course there were some errors and mistakes during the opening ceremonies, but by tomorrow everyone will have forgotten about that. Right now, it's enough of this speculation and stuff. We turn it over to the athletes, and now it becomes totally a sports 2 weeks, right? Talk to you tomorrow, and we'll be back on who's going to win gold for Canada on the first day.